What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5'3". Man, I'm back again. I'm back again. Man, this is a story about one of the most racist jailhouses I have ever been in. One of the most racist jailhouses I've ever been in my entire life. Now, I've been in prisons. I've been in over, if I'm not mistaken, I've been in over 37 different prisons in the United States. I've been in over 8, 9, 10 different county jails in the United States. But this place right here, though, this place right here takes the cake. And the place I'm talking about, the place I'm talking about is the Orange County Jail. Man, my beard, man, I need a shave. But anyway, for y'all, and you know, a lot of the stuff I be speaking on, I really be giving game and speaking on it for the people that's out of state, because you know what I'm saying, all y'all that are within the state, that are in Southern California, y'all, well, I'm gonna say LA, y'all already know the stuff I be talking about. Y'all know how to get out. But now, so that's why I be speaking to mostly the people that are from different places. Now, you know, somebody way over in New Jersey or in Chicago, they're not going to know what the Orange County Jail is. So that's why, you know, boom, I break it down. Now, for y'all that don't know, you have the city of Los Angeles. Then you have the county of Los Angeles. Now, as soon as you leave out the county, you're going into the county called Orange County. Now, Orange County consists of like you know, 8, 9, 10, 12 different like cities. You know, the city of Orange, Anaheim, Santa Ana, Tustin. Man, then you have a lot of upper class, a lot like that place Tustin I just said. Upper class people. I remember back in the 80s, blacks couldn't go nowhere near none of that. If they catch you, if the police would catch you in Orange County, they was gonna stop you, period. Point blank. Now, the only place that blacks was really in at that time back then was in Anaheim or in Santa Ana. But all them other surrounding cities, no. The police wasn't playing that. They was turning you around, sending you back in a heartbeat, or just locking you up, lying on you for something. But anyway, as time goes on. So, I messed around and I got popped. I think I had like 26 counts of robbery or something. So, boom, I figured, man, I'm finna go under. Anyway, so now I'm in the Orange County Jail. Me and my homeboy Bear from 116 Avalon and my homegirl Audrey. Y'all heard the stories about how I told you when I got popped for the robberies in Orange County. I ended up taking my homegirl's time because she stayed down. She didn't tell. They pressed her. She lost her house, her car, her motorcycle. She lost a lot of stuff. But she still stayed 10 toes down loyal to me and said, no, I'm not telling nothing. I don't know nothing. So, you know, for my deal, I told them the only way I'm going to take my deal is if y'all cut her loose. So they told me, like, well, look, if you want us to cut her loose, you take her time. You take her time. Like, what? They like, yeah, you take her time if you want her to go home. I'm like, well, how much time y'all trying to give her? I think they was trying to give her a year or 2 years. I think they was trying to give her 2 years, I can remember right, or 1 year, one of them. So anyway, I told them, I'm like, man, give it here, man, add it on, pile it on. You know what I'm saying? Pile it on. I ain't tripping, you know, I'm gone anyway. They piled it on, and they cut her loose. They let her go home, which was cool, you know, cool. But anyway, I'm up in this county jail. Now, I done heard all type of, you know what I'm saying, stories about the Orange County Jail. You know what I'm saying? Homies gonna talk when we in the PM, when we in the county jail in LA. You know, they gonna talk about, man, you mess around, get cracked out there in Orange County Jail, cuz, man, them fools, man, them white boy, them Mexicans, man, and whoa. Dang, for real? All right, so I'd always heard about it. So now here it is. It's my turn. I'm in the Orange County Jail. So they separated me and the homie Bear. They put me on the third floor, which was the Orange Banders, was supposed to be, and at that time, it was known as the most violentest section. They put my homie Bear on the second floor, the Yellow Banders. You know, they spoke, had a little get up and go in them, but in the people mind in the county jail, the powers that be, that third floor, that C-16, y'all from Orange County Jail have been there back in the day. C-16, y'all know that was a little prison. Everybody in there been to prison 2-3 times, seemed like. But anyway, so I'm in a cell. You had 5 cells up, 5 cells down. All 5 cells at the bottom, number Mexicans. I think a couple of white boys. Boom. All the first 3 cells at the top was was Mexicans and whites. The last 2 cells at the top, cell 4 and 5, or was it 1 and 2 or 4 and 5? One of them. But anyway, the last 2 cells in the back at the top, that's what we were, the blacks. So now in cell 4, they had majority of everybody that was from South Central or Compton or Watts, stuff like that. Cell 5, they had all the brothers that was, out of Orange County, So, we in there, time going on, it ain't no thing. Of course, I'm not sure if I spoke on this before, but anyway, while I'm in there, I'm getting the 411, I'm getting the scoop on how what it is, what it ain't, what it is, what it ain't. Now y'all remember the story I told y'all about when I was in the Orange County Jail, and when we would go eat, we couldn't eat with the Mexicans and the whites on our floor. They would go and come back, and then we would go. When we would go eat, everybody from the second floor, the Yellow Banders, would be in the thing. And I told you about when when the blacks coming, all of a sudden you hear fools hollering, Lakers walking, Lakers walking, Lakers walking. Now what they saying is, this was the Mexicans, they saying, here come the blacks, and they calling us the Lakers because, quite naturally, most Mexicans is short. And most, a lot of the blacks were tall. So they holler, Lakers walking, Lakers walking. So, I told you about the first couple of days. I didn't know what they was talking about. I didn't know, for the first 2 days, not for the first day, for real. Didn't know what they was talking about. Man, what they talking about? What's this Lakers walking? So I'm looking at the trays that everybody got that they eating on when we come by. Man, fat, nice trays, looking pretty. So now when we get to the window, you can't see who's serving you in the back. It's a wall, and they got a little opening, and people just putting your trays through. There's no telling what they was doing to our food, homie. But without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, I'm knowing they was spitting in it, messing with it, doing all type of stuff to it. This is something I'm knowing, And so when we would get our trays, the trays was small, it's like they done cut them in half. They done cut the portion in half. So first day I'm like, hey man, I'm looking at hey. So, talked about that junk. I told y'all about it. So, I talked to everybody, cause we finna run back in the back of this kitchen, we finna rush these fools, homie. So everybody was like, all right, for real, man, that we finna do. They ain't finna, man, y'all tripping, cause y'all should have been got at these fools. All right. And that's what we did. Cause when you come through, when you get your tray or when you dump it, when you leave it out, you can leave out this door. Then right here is the door that goes in the back where the food is being prepared and served. It's always open. Y'all know me. Let's go. And they're off. Man, rush right on back there. Bop, bop, bam. Yeah, y'all know what's happening? Playing with my goddamn food. What? Man. Anyway, but I told y'all that's in one of my old videos. But anyway, back to this video here. So, time goes on. A situation happened. The police would come up and they would search the cells. So now when they would search the top tier, they would take the first 3 cells out, the Mexicans and the white boys. They would take them out and put them on the roof somewhere, put them wherever they was gonna hold them at. Boom. And then they would come back and they would get the 2 black cells. They would get our cells and take us and put us in certain little holding areas. So now when we leave it out, the first three, the Mexicans and the white boy cells, the cells wide open. So now it's like, I guess you could fit like maybe almost like 15, 20, you know, like, I guess I'd say about 12, 13, 15 people. I can't really remember. This back in the 80s. You could fit them people, you know, each cell held about, let's say each tank held about 15 people. We gonna say that. Each tank held about 15 people. Anyway, man, one of the homies, man, dude, now I ain't gonna say his name. Anyway, homie out of Compton, he stole some cigarettes and some candy or something out the Mexican and the white boy cell. Unbeknownst to all of us, we don't know. We don't know what happened. So anyway, when we come back, they peep it. They get slick about it. They don't say nothing. They don't make no, hey man, who been in our cell? Who messed with our stuff? Who did this? Who did that? Who did this? Who did that? Nah, they ain't did none of that. Like, oh, all right. They like, okay, we know what's happening. They bided their time on some real slick type get down. Some real slick type get down, y'all. Okay, cool. Now, granted, you gotta look, this is a county jail, man. I stayed in for a long time and never seen one black police the whole time I was there. Now, I'd have been to the hole. I'd have been here, there. I'd have been on the second floor, you know what I'm saying, sneaking, trying to go see the homie. Throughout the kitchen, visiting room and all this, all for a minute. And never seen not one black police as big as this whole big old giant county jail was. Now, I'm not saying they didn't work there, they probably did. But I'm saying I never seen one. Never. Cool. So anyway, what had happened? Oh, okay. They plotted, they schemed, and had a homie in there out of LA named Fast Black. Everybody know his daddy. His daddy owned the steakhouse, was having all that money over there in that A-Tray Gangsta Hood, that steakhouse. Was it Fast Eddie, or I think his name was Fast Eddie or something, that was the name. But anyway, so they jumped on him. Now, I ain't going all the way into the details on it because I think I told that part of the story before with something else. I'm trying to get to something else. But anyway, they jumped on him. So now when they jump on him, cool, all right. The police, we don't even know this took place. The police let him back to come get his property. He done got packed out, but now they finna put him in the hole. What? So when he come back to the tank, cause we had been wondering where he was at all day. So when he come back, he like told man, boy, he gonna tell us what took place. I'm like, what? So I'm like, cuz, man, all right. I'm like, look, homie, he packing his truck up. So I'm like, all right, help packing his stuff up. I said, I'm walking with him. So I tell him, I'm like, homie, when we walking down this tier, man, point out who got at you, man. Point him out, you know. You came looking for a light beer. So not the tank next to us, tank 3, but tank 2, when we was walking past tank 2. Now, when we walking past these tanks, everybody in there quiet, all of them quiet, all the Mexicans and white boys, they quiet, they looking at us. They just looking. They know what they done did. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, you know, just like a chess game. Okay, you made your move. Now it's my turn to make a move. It's our turn, you know? So, when we get to tank 2, he pointed, it's a white boy in there. I remember his face, he was one of the ones. So I'm looking at him. So I'm like, I give him that look like, yeah, all right. You know, yeah, all right. So boom, the homie gone. He gone to the hole. So I bail back down the tier. So when I get back to the tank I'm living in, I'm telling all the homies, I'm like, cuz, man, we finna do this, and this, that, this, and that. So, you know me, with my prison mind behind, I immediately go to talk about, yeah, we need weapons. How we gonna get weapons, man? Whoa. Now, there was a few homies up in there that been to the pen before, and over there in the tank next to us, where most of the Orange County cats was, they really didn't have no whole lot of prison-like skills, you know? So it was only 1 or 2 of us in there who even knew how to make a weapon. So look, I tell them, I'm like, look, This what I need. We go to tandem stuff. We tow both the brooms and the mops up. I'm like, cuz, sit them up at an angle and stomp on them in the middle. He like, why we just don't break it like, I said, no, cuz you want it to break at a sharp angle. So to break it at a sharp angle, you gotta sit it perpendicular like this and stomp on it in the middle. When it crack, it's gonna automatically crack real sharp. It's gonna automatically crack real sharp. Now when it crack real sharp, that's half the job done. I say, what you do then, we gonna make a gang of bombs. And it's a couple of, like, what you mean bombs? Man, you know the county jail bomb. Let's get all the toilet paper we can get, cause I need all the toilet paper, got all the toilet paper. So I'm making bombs and lighting them, showing them, okay, boom. That's how that go. So they're like, oh, I said, look, homie, as long as you got some fire, you can make a weapon. If you got fire, we like the cavemen, homie, you can make a weapon. They were like, all right, they told, all right. So I showed them how when we broke the broomsticks at an angle. Boom, I said, you set the broomstick where it's sharp at, burn it. Just burn it. I said, they like, what we gonna, I said, man, just burn it. So I showed them, man, I burned the tip. So boom, I got it and I'm scraping it. Every time I burn it, I'm scraping it, burn it, scraping it, burn it, scraping it. Now, that jagged edge that came to a real fine point. I'm talking about a real live stick 'em up, you know? They was like, dang, cuz, yeah, man, yeah. So I made a couple of them. I tore up the TV. I'm like, cuz, we finna tear this TV up. I said, we ain't gotta break it all the way. But the stand, I said, I need that stand from under that TV. The stand that the TV sit on was all plastic. So we took, unplugged it, took the TV down. We listening. So boom, I got the TV on the edge and I'm stomping on that plastic part. Boom, boom, boom. So when the plastic come off, I'm telling homie, I'm like, man, this is at least 3 knives right here. They like, what? They like, for real? I'm like, yeah, cuz, look, this what you do. Go get your sock and wet it. I say, buddy, if y'all got some, I say, take your sock off. So I showed the homies how they take your sock off, wet it in the sink, soak it real wet, and put it on your hand like a glove. Now that's to protect you from the heat. I say, now, look, we're going to bust that plastic down. We'll bust that plastic down to the type of pieces that I was telling them, the certain length and all that. Hold it over the fire, cuz. What do plastic do? What do plastic do when you hold it over fire? What they going to do? They like, it's going to melt. I'm like, yeah, cuz.